What's going on? How you doing, YouTube? So this is an interesting topic that I'm going to talk about. Custodial rights. Do you find it unfair that the mothers get all the favoritism in court? Well, it seems that seems to be the case. And if you've experienced it firsthand, you know. If you've gone through it, you know. It's a very cold-blooded situation because a lot of things aren't taken into consideration, and it can be very one-sided, and the bias is extreme. You know, in non-judgment scenarios where of the situations, it's always a judgment because it's going to come down to what you're willing to give up, what you're willing to do, and the decrees and everything like that. So, when did it become automatic for mothers to have all the rights? I'm just curious about that. When did that exactly take place? I know depends on how old you are and when you grew up. Divorces weren't as commonplace as they eventually became. But then when they became to be the norm and there were children involved, unless the mother was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and just had pretty much outright just deserted or something had went down, it's gonna win. And there was no happy balance. It just it's almost like it's funny how this works. It takes two to tango, as the saying goes, but one gets the mango, one gets the totality of everything. You know, we talk about sharing the rights for joint custody for like tax purposes, and sometimes the parents don't want to share that. They want the whole. You know, it's funny how that works. You want to claim the child till they're 18 or so, and you don't want to share in the you want the finances, but you don't want to share. So it's so amazing how this just kind of plays at work. Paying child support and the dynamics of what you would get and what the other person get is crazy too, because if you've been through that, they make sure that the mother will get extraordinary 75% of it, and you're lucky you get 25%. It's just an interesting dynamic, and it does. I don't care what the places say. They say they're not favoritism. That's jive. I want to know. And I would ask some of the mothers, do you going know that if you get a divorce and you have children, that you just know you got to get that bag, you about to get that look. There is no questions asked. There's nothing that can happen. You just know that, hey, I'm on easy street. And have some women taking pride in that, knowing that. Some men knowing that they had to get ready to load up for that 18-year mortgage plan that they got to pay off. And the reality of the matter is, it takes two to tango on all that, but women control the whole narrative. In the sense that if she leaves you and you got to pay and you got to set up visitation rights, in the words that are said, the body language is said, it's going to be a balance. How is it going to transition? It's a lot that goes on. So it's a no-lose situation, no-win situation. And I just want the honest truth. Do you think when it comes to parental custody and divorces with children, the mother's automatically going to win? It's a simple yes or no. Because it's something that it's something that's always baffled my mind. And you just don't think you have a chance. Let me know in the comments, though. Please hit like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share it if you like. Hit that membership. Because when you do, requests like this come true. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out. Peace.